Hey, I'm back to play some more Demon Bluff. I'm not going to explain too much about the game since this is episode 4. If you'd like to know more, you can go back and watch my other videos on it. I'm going to get in and start playing on Ascension 5. We haven't lost any of the Ascensions yet. I could keep playing until I lose one, but once I finish unlocking all of the characters on the Ascensions, I think my plan was to move to Endless and see how long I can how long I can last there. So we're looking for two evils. Puka, a drunk, and a plague doctor are our sources of corruption. That's not fun. That's 4 sources. That's a... There's gonna be a lot of liars here. Okay. Let's open up some cards. We've got a plague doctor right away. We can expect 2 outcasts to be on the board. Still can't deduce if this is a real plague doctor or not, since one of these guys could be disguising as one. Oh, they give... Okay, it looks like the poet can give... instead of giving random information, it looks like it gives information that one of the other cards that says something does. So, say for example, like a bishop or... let me open up all the villagers. A poet could give information like an oracle does, or a bishop, or a gem crafter, but they're not going to have active abilities like the judge or the slayer, or they're not going to take on a villager that, like, has some kind of text that, like, oh yeah, I do this when I'm revealed, or I cure corruption. But, okay. We've got a knight. We have 2 slayers, by the way, and that can't be a drunk, so one of these 2... Oh, it's not the key to flag it. One of these 2 is evil. Let's keep going around the board. I'm fine to just reveal all of the characters. Cured 1 corruption. That would check out, honestly. You could have cured 2, but... and a judge. Okay, so one of these 2 is suspicious. The plague doctor I know is good, so we can check to see if one of these guys is corrupted. Actually, we can check to see if the knight is corrupted with the plague doctor. If it is, it's going to tell us true information. We get to kill an evil. Otherwise, we can try killing the knight ourselves, and then we can use the slayer's ability to try killing the knight. And if they say, like, or if they try to. If they don't give text that say, like, oh, I couldn't kill the knight, then they are evil. So let's start that chain. We pick you to see if you're corrupted. You're not corrupted, so then I can try killing you to see if you're an evil. You're not an evil. You're good. So now we can check with the slayers. I couldn't kill 6, so you're good. You're the bad one. I am still going to double check to see if it's going to try to kill it. I couldn't kill... We don't have a shaman in here that's, like, duplicating somebody, right? Oh, wait. One of these guys could be corrupted. That doesn't, like, rule them out, you know? Or I guess both of them could be corrupted. One of them corrupted, one of them is corrupted, one of them is evil. For them to lie. Wait, but they both told the truth, right? I couldn't kill 6. I couldn't kill 6. So, wait, if they're telling the truth, do evil slayers still, like, try to kill them? What? Odd. Between 8, 6, and 9, there's a villager, minion, and outcast. I can't tell who is the drunk. I can just tell that these guys are not the drunk because there's duplicates of them. Or, no, I can't because one of them is evil, one of them could be the drunk. Wait, seriously, why couldn't you guys kill 6? Because, like, I can't kill 6 either. So that means that they're good. One of you should be lying. I guess I'll figure it out later. This run, I don't have very much faith in myself here. Okay, so if you've cured 1 corruption, this judge is always going to tell us the truth. We know that the plague doctor is good, so we can ask the judge about the plague doctor. Is saying the truth, so you are also good. Like, both of these are telling the truth. If evil picked, execute it. So if you don't pick an evil, or if you pick a good character, then execute it if they're an enemy. So one of them would say that, like, I could kill 6. If you, oh no, they can't kill 6 because 6 is a knight. So, like, even if they're evil and they try killing the knight and they would have normally, like, killed the knight, it comes back false because the knight has, like, the armor that stops them from dying. And so then they're just reporting on what they did. They're not, like, telling the truth or lying here. They're trying to do the sneaky action, but then them... I still don't like that because it says in the text here that these characters are supposed to lie, which character info is false. So like the info that they're giving me back should be false, but it's a minutia that like you can argue is like fine, that it's still kosher for slayers to interact like this. Okay, so if you aren't corrupted and you guys could maybe be corrupted, you aren't, that means that Puka could only be down here, because we can't have a Puka be here. It would corrupt the knight. We can't have a Puka here. It would corrupt the judge. So you have to be the incorrect slayer. And it's not Puka. Right? Am I going crazy? Can you corrupt the Plague Doctor? But then this character is corrupted, and I would have tried killing them if I did. That doesn't make any sense. Where's Puka then? Villagers adjacent to me are corrupted if possible. The Plague Doctor cured one of Puka's corruptions. Wait. No? No, there's 3 corruptions out there? I'm thinking that I cured one of the corruptions when I used the Plague Doctor, but that's not how that works. Okay, let's see if anybody is caught in a lie by, what is it, seeing this evil here. 8, 6, and 9, there's a villager, minion, and outcast. 8, 6, and 9. These 2 are proven to be good, so you're either corrupted or lying. You could have been corrupted by the Plague Doctor. You, 7, 6, and 9. There is a random character we don't know. Villager, you're corrupted or lying. Again, this would have made so much more sense if this was Puka, corrupting these 2 characters. You cured 1 corruption down here, meaning that the judge isn't Puka? Wait, hold on. How does it make sense for the corruptions to be here? We've got 2 outcasts. There's not 2 drunks, are there? And then the Plague Doctor is somehow lying to me? But again, if the Plague Doctor is evil, it would say that you are corrupted and... Are both of the Slayers lying somehow? Because, like, okay, let's say that Puka is here, and then it hits the Plague Doctor with its corruption. It doesn't work because it's an outcast, not a villager, so that goes through. And then up here, it tries hitting the judge with corruption, but then the alchemist cures it. The Plague Doctor gives a corruption here. Wait, between 8, 6, and 9, there's a... You're the drunk... I don't know how the 2 corruptions come down here. Between 7, 6, and 9, there is a minion, so an enemy, a villager, and... I'm going to try killing the Slayer. It's like the best reasoning that I have. Yeah, okay, so it's Puka, but like, how does that make sense? Villagers adjacent to me are corrupted if possible, but you got cleansed afterwards. You're telling the truth. 5 is good. You are telling the truth. Okay. You are corrupted because you're the drunk, and you are corrupted because of the Plague Doctor. That makes sense. Meant a lot less lies than I would have expected. Oh, okay. Wait. They both couldn't kill 6 because they're both either corrupted or lying. Both of them ended up lying. That makes sense that the knights said what they said. Yeah, everything does work out. I just expected so many more corruptions with Puka and a Plague Doctor and a drunken play. Okay. We press on. We've got 2 outcasts. What? Why does it say 2 current deck? This is wrong. I'm gonna take this as being the truth here, where we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2. Does this say 5, 2, 1, 1? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, Yeah, this one is wrong because there's going to put 3 evils in front of me. So we've got 2 sources of corruption. We've got a shaman that can provide 2 regular characters. I like the confessor in here to be able to get around what is it, like to start with a true statement somewhere, especially with corruption in play. Start opening up cards. Can't tell, can't tell. We've got a wretch. I'm gonna open up 8 to see. I could see if they're lying against the wretch here, because like there's only a wretch as our outcast. So let me pick you, and see if you're lying. There are no outcasts. You're either corrupted or lying, which could implicate you two as being evil. Or it could implicate you as being corrupted. But okay, the only sources of corruption are Puka, which is adjacent characters. Both of these can't be corrupted at the same time. So at least one evil is in these two right here. I'm going to put suspicion on both of them, even though I don't think this one is corrupt. I'm not going to put down that take. I'm going to only put down things that I know are corrupted. One evil is adjacent to you. That would check out because of the wretch, unless there's another wretch here. One is evil of 1, 8, and 7. That could check out because of the druid. One is evil of 7, 5, or 9. You two, I think, like, implicate each other. I guess okay. 1, it's saying that this Empress is evil. I'm going to put down green on them. Or 8 is evil, or 7 is evil. This one is saying 7 is evil, so that's shared between them. 8, which I'm thinking is evil, and then 5 is the other one. I guess both of them could be telling the truth, and the druid is the only evil. A confessor. I am dizzy. Okay, so it makes sense if Puka is here and lying. I kind of want to rip the band-aid off and say that these are the... No, because, like, I want there to be an evil up here, because then the Empresses line up. I'll open up another card. 1 is a real Empress. Okay, I think a Shaman allows only 1. There are 2 same villager roles in the current village, so that just means that 1 of these duplicates is safe to have. So between the Empresses, Empressi, and the mediums, there's at least 1 evil amongst them. And a bard. Right, I only have 1 outcast. It was saying 2 on this, and it was making me expect a second wretch. There are no corrupted characters. I don't know about that one. You could be corrupted in saying that, and you could be an evil Puka. You could be an evil Empress, and you're lying about 7, 5, or 9. Hold on. If I kill early, I think it's not going to give me enough information. I want to make some kind of assumption and make, like, an accusation against somebody instead of just firing wildly before I have more information. If we have 1 evil adjacent to this lever, I want to assume that to be true. So then this character is evil, and we've got this character being fine as well. 1 is evil of 1, 8, or 7. This one is safe, I'm going to assume. This one isn't, and then this one has to be safe. These guys back each other up. This guy is evil. This has to be a corruption-giving character. So then Puka would have to be beside the other character. And that doesn't work because Puka has to be beside the confessor. So assuming that you're telling the truth, I don't know about that one. Which means that there's probably 2 evils adjacent to you. Let me try assuming that you're false. You got corrupted by Puka. You've got corrupted by Puka, and we'll go from there. Let me remove all my tags. So 1 is evil of 1, 8, or 7. That means that they're either 0 or more than, like, the 2 evils are hidden in there. So we could assume that these 2 are evil, or we could assume that these 2 are fine. I said that you were corrupted, but if we're assuming that Puka is down here causing these 2 corruptions, then you would have to be evil instead, which then also implicates you because you have to be lying. There are no corrupted characters. You would also be lying, and that causes another fallacy. So this doesn't work. Hold on, did I back myself into a corner twice? How did I do that? Maybe if you're corrupted and you're evil instead? No, because then there's one evil adjacent to you. What if you three are evil? I don't think that works. Okay, let's say you're corrupted, you are Puka, or one of the evil characters, you're fine. And we get rid of the tags up here. So if you're corrupted and... Well, I guess you don't have to be corrupted, you could be fine. Let's go off of these assumptions. 1, 8, or 7. 1, 8, or 7 is evil. We would put the evil here. You are fine. You are fine. You are not Puka. You are not Puka. 8 is a real druid. I could say that you are correct. You are Puka. And then that means that you don't get corrupted, but you do. So then you have to be lying. 7, 9, or 5. 7, 9, and 5. That is one evil. That doesn't work out. If... This also doesn't work, this setup. Let me start removing some tags. Let's assume that somehow you're telling the truth. We would have to have all of the characters be beside each other. We could have Puka be here and then be flanked by the other two. You're saying that one isn't a real Empress. That doesn't work. So then you have to be corrupted or lying as well. That makes this likely to be Puka. You're lying. You would have to be lying as well. There's no way to corrupt you. Right? What if... Corrupted, Puka, you are telling the truth, you are lying of 7, 9, or 5. You would also have to be evil then at that point. And then 1 is evil of 1, 8, and 7, and that's telling the truth, and that puts me into a lie, and there's also 2 adjacent evils here, and that doesn't work. Okay, let me back this up. If I kill you and you end up being like safe, you have to be corrupted and Puka has to be beside you. Then I would know more information about this. Puka would have to be like here, causing a lie to be able to like pass the corruption along. And then like the corruption stays within this bound instead of playing against these characters instead. So I'm gonna kill the druid for some more information. Completely fine. Wait. The wretch isn't... I did the wrong thing again. I register as a random evil minion to other characters. I could have just selected non-outcasts from the druid. Oh, that was where everything was falling apart. Okay, so if they're fine, 8 is a real druid, that's fine. That doesn't give me much more information though. There are no corrupted characters. I'm gonna say that that's a lie, but then this can't be Puka, meaning that you are either telling the truth or you're evil as well. You cannot be corrupted. One is evil of 7, 9, or 5. I can put you down as being fine because nobody can turn into you. I'm expecting 1 outcast on the board. Hold on. Let me do the 1, 8, 7 thing because this Empress, I know that this character is fine. So either one of these two is evil and you are telling the truth, or both of these are evil and you are lying, which would then put down 3 evils on the board. There's a corruption that goes here because you are Puka. There's a corruption that goes here because you are Puka. You are not a real Empress. 1 is evil of 7, 9, or 5. There's 2 evils here, so you're lying. This setup works. I shouldn't have to do this because I should have been able to play off the information of the, like, if I played better off the information of the druid, maybe I could have 10 health here, but I don't want to look for another permutation that works, so I'm going to pull the trigger even though I have only 5 health. I could die here. Yep, there's a different setup that works. Okay. We'll retry. We only lost 1 heart. It's not that bad. We've got a witch and Ba and a doppelganger. There are no sources of corruption. I repeat, there's no sources of corruption. 3 is good. Let's see. We've got a lover. No evils adjacent to me. Let's try opening up these. We've got a bombardier. If there's a... Oh, we can't see if there's a second outcast on board until we look at the last card, but the witch is stopping us from doing that. A knight. I can't die. So this could break the 50-50 of, or sorry, not the 50-50. We could corroborate the lover's story by trying to kill the knight, but that isn't something I want to do yet. And if we prove that the... Wait, hold on. If you are lying, then... like, if I kill you and you're not corrupted, then you would also have to be lying because there is an evil beside you, and then you would also have to be lying because 3 is not good. And that implicates 3 people as being wrong, so all of you guys are fine. I'm going to test that theory by killing the knight. Perfect. Okay. So now the last 2 cards have to be somewhere in here. I've already revealed a bombardier, but there is the possibility of another bombardier being on board because this is a fake one. So I can't just go shooting these guys. I might lose the round. I've done that in one of the earlier episodes. I am dizzy. You have to be bad. Perfect. Then we open up 6 and we see if you're lying. The left side is more evil. That has to be the truth. So then the 7th one is the witch or the bombardier. So this is a 50-50 that I cannot get around in any way, shape, or form. I just have to trust that the first bombardier I opened is the correct one. That is okay. Okay, we pass a 50-50. Nice. Next up, we've got Puka as a source of corruption, a minion, a witch, and our wretch as our only outcast. Oracle 4 or 6 is a witch. Let me open up those cards. We've got a druid and we've got a slayer. They're not going to tell us anything. So the druid. Oh, right. If I look at the wretch, it's going to tell me it's an outcast. So I need to pick 3 cards that are not an outcast, which means itself, the oracle, and the slayer. And there is a wretch. That is false. You can never tell me that there's a wretch because it's supposed to register as an evil character to you. So you're corrupted or lying. That means that it's likely that either these cards are corrupted or Puka is one of these cards right here. You could be telling me the truth about 4 being a witch, but I'm not going to go on that information yet. I'm 1 card away from the closest evil. So let's say there is an evil here and an evil here. That still works because we've got 3 evils. So Puka could be somewhere else on the map. So we don't get any information from you yet. Architect, right side is more evil. Unsure what to do with that information yet. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna open up you. We've got a second druid. That means that one of the druids has to be evil, which we've already pegged you as being corrupted. Let's see if you are telling me the truth. 3 cards that shouldn't be an outcast. Any cards? There's a wretch. You are also corrupted or lying. That means that a slayer here is Puka, or the wretch is, because I still haven't opened up all the cards to find a wretch. And I can't do it because I've got a witch. I'm feeling good about 3. Let's see 3. I've cured 0 corruptions. That could be possible. Okay. I would like to kill the druid. I think I'm a bit more safe to do so with a slayer to check to see if it is evil or not. You couldn't kill 4. That means that they're corrupted and then the other druid is lying, or I can kill this druid and then implicate you. Between 4 or 8, there's a witch on this oracle, so that still doesn't give me any more information about one of them being bad. You could also, like, there could be... Learn that 1 out of 2 characters is a specific minion rule. I think it's not saying, like, 4 or 8 is a witch. The text on the right-hand side is leading me to believe that, like, of these 2 characters, possibly one of them is a witch. It's a different thing to say than 4 or 8 is. That implies that only one of them can be evil. This one over here is saying that, like, learning that 1 of 2 characters is a specific minion role. This druid could be a minion, and then this one could also be evil. And 4 or 8 means that only one of these. Well, like, okay, never mind. 4 or 8 is a witch, still stands, because then the other one can still be yet another evil. No, that checks out. Okay. I'm one card away from the closest evil. If you're telling the truth, either the architect is or this one is. I don't like that. I'm going to kill the druid because I have more faith that a druid has, like, one of these guys has to be evil. I don't like the top one. We got Puka. Okay, so you're corrupted. And if you're corrupted, that means that you're lying and you're telling me that you're not able to do something that you should be able to do, which means that you have to be evil. Also, if this is corrupted because you're lying, and you're not beside Puka, then that means that there's no more sources of corruption and I can kill you. Then that also means that you're fine. You haven't cured any corruptions. 4 or 8 is a witch. You're correct. The right side being more evil is incorrect, because if I put down here, it's equal. If I put, like, if this card is evil, and any of these cards left. Oh no, the right side is more evil because of the wretch? Question mark? We've got 1, 2 cards on the right-hand side, and then 1 card on the left-hand side. Yes, you are correct. Never mind. I almost forgot about the wretch here. You couldn't kill 4. If evil is picked in... no, because you're corrupted. You have the possibility of being corrupted. You might also be evil. You're 1 card away from the closest evil. So there's a possibility that it's here. There's a possibility that you are it, or there's a possibility that number 5 is it. I don't want to try to split a 3-way, so I'm going to open up the last card to see their information. You guys are... Okay, you're telling the truth because you're 1 card away from the closest evil. You are lying. You are just corrupted. Perfect. Okay, next round. We have got no sources of corruption. Hell yeah. But we do have Lilith killing somebody after I reveal, I think it's 3 cards, maybe the 4th one. So I'm trying to get a kill before that happens. Slayer. If evil picked executed, I could just rip this somewhere random hoping to hit Lilith, but I'm not going to. Poet, no evils adjacent to you. If this one somehow backs up the poet, then I'm going to believe that there are no evils, and I'm going to rip the Slayer on a random character. I am the original Baker. You'd have to be... You are telling the truth. You could maybe be lying, and you could be backing up the Slayer, and that's 2 evils right there, but I kind of just want to use the Slayer to hit a random card and hope that it's Lilith. Okay, well, you got somebody, but not the card that I was going for. Let's open up. That's our Outcast. Baker, I was a gem crafter. So you have to be a good villager to be able to turn into a Baker, because when you reveal Baker, 1 random unrevealed good villager becomes a Baker. This is really nice. I'm hoping that all of my villagers turn into Bakers, because then it would just be easy to see the leftover card as being... a judge works, because I can just point it at any of these guys. A lover, 2 evils adjacent to you. Let's see if 1 evil is adjacent to you. Number 3 is lying, so you're evil. And then you are probably the puppet that is telling... You have to be the puppet that is telling the truth. You don't have... Random adjacent villager becomes a puppet, but these 2 got put beside each other. Okay, so this had to be an evil. It just didn't have to be a puppet. Well, I got it with 2 unrevealed cards. That's nice. Next round. We've got Puka as our source of corruption, and we've got a shaman and a doppelganger. We can have a lot of duplicate cards here. We've got a judge. We've got an oracle. 4 or 5 is a shaman. Ah, right. It's revealing to me a random one of these rolls. I'm just assuming a shaman is like a good villager. I am good. You have to be telling the truth. I can use the judge to check that out. I can use this judge to check that out. That's very nice that I'm duplicating judges. Corrupted. Druid. I could be learning about... Oh, no, because I have to pick somebody that I know, like, for sure isn't the doppelganger, but it's going to be hard to figure that out. The doppelganger disguises as a good villager currently in play. The good villager currently in play could have been the confessor, and then they get dizzy by being corrupted afterwards. It could also be a judge that they duplicated. But I'd have to reveal all the cards for that. I'm trying to figure it out before I reveal all the cards. Is saying the truth, so you're fine. Is saying the truth, so you're fine. So this means that the shaman could have spawned it? Yeah, I still can't say that one of these is the doppelganger yet. 4 or 5 is a shaman. You could be telling me the truth, and this could be an evil card, not a corrupted card. Judge, yet another one. So if this card is telling the truth, then I know that there was 2 judges added from the shaman, and then the third one is the doppelganger. Saying the truth? Okay, so that's this one of these cards is the doppelganger. So now I can use the druid on these 3 leftover cards. And there's a doppelganger. You are lying to me? Wait, so then how does the corruption get cured? Or no, that means that the 2 evils are down here, right? Hold on, we've got Puka and Shaman. Oh, okay. So one of these judges is a doppelganger, and it cannot become corrupted because it is an outcast. Doesn't matter which one of these is, but whichever one it is, Puka is beside. So these are the 2 evils. This is another safe card. Of 4 or 5, there's a shaman. Hold on. Of 4 of 5, there's a shaman. That means that this is the shaman. This is Puka. You became corrupted, but you're an outcast, or you're a doppelganger, so you didn't actually. That's fun. Okay, next. The doppel... I skipped too quickly. The doppelganger was up there. Why didn't Puka corrupt the judge up top? What? Whatever. We're on to the next round. Don't have to worry about it anymore, I guess. Hey, Plague Doctor as our only source of corruption. And it's saying that there's 1 outcast. And it's saying that there's 1 outcast up here. Why is it showing me that there's 2 outcasts? Maybe because I'm, like, getting far enough in the... I'm getting far enough in the Ascensions that it's tossing extra outcasts into the deck view without having Ba as a way to add, like, these extra cards. It's just the first time I've seen that. Lilith that's going to kill somebody, and Witch that is going to stop us from doing something early. There's going to be so few cards on here. Wait. No, Lilith, do not do it. Kill a random unrevealed character, and that random unrevealed character could be Bombardier. Wait, if I execute you, I lose. If Lilith executes you, it's fine. Okay. There's only 1 pair of evil. That could check out. A Plague Doctor. Don't know if they're telling the truth or not. A Scout, which is 3 cards away from the closest evil. That can still check out. We have to open up more cards. We can't try to kill Lilith early. Fortune Teller. If we know of another true card, we can point it at... No, we can't point it at Plague Doctor yet, because we can't look elsewhere. We at least know there's no Bombardier on board. 1 card away from a corrupted character. So it's either you or you. We can try testing that with the Plague Doctor. Scout. Which card is 1 card away from the closest evil? So one of you 2 is lying. I'm willing to believe that it's you, and you are telling me the truth, and I'm going to point the Plague Doctor at you to try that out. Is not corrupted. So then that means that you are telling the truth, you are lying, and you are lying. You could be corrupted, you could be corrupted. So I'm not getting very much information out of this. Cured 2 corruptions. That's a bold-faced lie. So you could be corrupted or lying. And I can't open the last card. Okay, so now Fortune Teller, I want to see if they're corrupted or lying. I am to believe that this Plague Doctor is true. I've already been going off of that assumption, so I'm going to use the Fortune Teller on them, because they're not evil. I'm going to use the Fortune Teller over here on this card, because I know that they're not evil, if they're not corrupted. Do I? Yes, I do, because... Wait, hold on. I've made the assumption that you are good, which means that you're not corrupted, so you're either good or evil. If you're evil, then that means that, no, you could still be true, and the corrupted card is here. Okay, so none of those work. Right, but you 2 implicate each other. So one of you 2 is wrong. So you could be right and you could be wrong, and that still works out. Let me get rid of these tags. Or you could be wrong and you could be right. So the only way that I add the Fortune Teller to the mix is like pointing at one of these, and it's still a 50-50 as to who I think is right. I'm going to assume that the Witch is the one that's in the pair of evil. So you're saying that there's no evil between them, and I can corroborate that story by hitting you here. That would also make you evil. And that would make you evil? Which card is 1 card away from the... That doesn't... Okay, that doesn't line up, because if the Witch card is 1 away from the closest evil... No, one of these can be corrupted from the Plague Doctor. So I need there to be, like, yet another evil. Wait, if you've cured 2 corruptions... that doesn't check out because there's only one corruption on board from the Plague Doctor. So then that implicates 4 people. And that is the perfect amount because we've got 3 evils and 1 source of corruption, right? Okay, yeah. I guess I just have to pull the trigger. I'm going to on one of these 2 characters. And I'm going to on... Which one gives me more information? If I kill you... Both of them give me the same amount of information because of all the implications. You got corrupted, meaning I don't have to worry about corruption anymore. You are then evil. You are telling the truth. Because there's no duplications, right? No, we do have a... We have a shaman. We have a shaman. Okay, you are lying about you being away from the corrupted character. And if anybody's lying now because there's no more sources of corruption, I can kill them. Right? There's no more sources of corruption. I can kill you. I can kill the alchemist. There's only 1 pair of evil. You could be telling the truth if 9 or 7 is. The witch card is 1 away from the closest evil. So that lines up. That lines up. 6 or 2 being evil. That lines up. And then I can reveal this card now. The Bombardier. We've already said that the Plague Doctor gave us correct information. If it was incorrect information, yeah, because they're telling the truth. They're not lying. So the Bombardier has to be it because this is the true outcast. So I can kill the Bombardier. Thank God. Thank God. I guess I was going to lose anyways if I killed them, so it's not like it's any extra. It's not any extra worry. We've got Lilith and the Witch, so it could be a quick round. And no sources of corruption, right? Not one. You could... My man. You are off to a bad start. If this is Lilith, that she's trolling. Okay, that's the Witch. It's the Wretch. It's the Knight. There's no sources of corruption. I was hoping to end it on like round 3 before Lilith even gets around to another card. No sources of corruption, so I can point this at any other character. I mean, let me try you first. Yeah, so you're good, because if you try killing somebody with a Slayer that is evil, that has already been killed, they don't kill it again, but they don't say I can't execute it for you because they're already dead. They just give you back the action. If you pointed at, say, the Knight, they would try killing them and then say I can't kill them. If you tried pointing it at the Wretch, they would kill the Wretch for you because it's registered as evil. Let's use the Slayer on card 7. Lucky me. Ascension level increased. Okay, that does it for this one. I'm definitely playing more Demon Bluff. I love this game, man.